In this video, we'll discuss the different rules and requirements for tenants and landlords around security deposits, commonly referred to as damage deposits. The purpose of the security deposit is to provide landlords with security against potential expenses related to unpaid rent or damage to the rental unit. At the beginning of a tenancy, landlords can require their tenants to pay a security deposit. Landlords can only request one security deposit paid one time, and the amount cannot be more than the monthly rent agreed to in the tenancy agreement. So, for example, if rent is $1,000 a month, then the maximum amount of the one-time security deposit is $1,000. Tenants must pay the security deposit within 30 days of the date it is due, as listed on the tenancy agreement. If a tenant does not pay within 30 days, the landlord may serve the tenant with a 14-day notice to end tenancy for cause. Landlords and tenants must inspect the condition of the rental unit together on the day the tenant moves in or on another mutually agreed upon date at the beginning of the tenancy. This is often referred to as the move-in inspection. They must also inspect the condition of the unit together on the day the tenant moves out, or on another mutually agreed upon date at the end of the tenancy. This is typically called the move-out inspection. Landlords must, in good faith, offer tenants at least 2 opportunities to participate in each inspection. Tenants may appoint someone else to participate on their behalf as long as they tell the landlord in advance. If a tenant refuses to participate in the inspection, the landlord is still required to complete the inspection without them. Landlords must provide their tenants with a signed copy of the condition inspection report within 14 days of the move-in inspection and within 7 days of the move-out inspection. You can download the condition inspection report form at yukon.ca. Scroll down to Housing and Property and click on the link. Then scroll down to select Forms for Landlords and Tenants. Then scroll down to select the link that says Condition Inspection Report Template for Landlords and Tenants. Click the Download button. You can complete the form as a fillable PDF or print it. Condition inspection reports are essential for comparing the conditions of the rental unit at the start and end of the tenancy. Landlords risk losing the ability to make any claim against a security deposit if they fail to conduct both condition inspections, and if they do not provide the tenant with signed copies of the inspection reports on time. On the other hand, tenants risk forfeiting their right to have the security deposit returned if they or their agent do not participate in both condition inspections. For tenancies that last for over a year, the monthly rent may be subject to allowable increases. However, if the monthly rent increases over time, this does not increase the amount of the security deposit. The security deposit is a one-time fixed deposit based on the rent at the time the tenancy agreement is signed. When the tenancy ends, tenants are not permitted to use the security deposit as last month's rent unless the landlord gives written consent. Once the tenant has moved out, they must give their landlord a forwarding address in writing. Make sure to keep a copy of this document in case of a dispute. Within 15 days of the tenancy ending and receiving the tenant's forwarding address, the landlord must return the security deposit with interest to the tenant. The security deposit interest calculator can be found on the Yukon.ca website, specifically on the Forms for Landlords and Tenants page. Please scroll down to the security deposit section and click on the Security Deposit Interest Calculator link. Enter the required information and click Calculate to determine the amount to be returned to the tenant. If the landlord is seeking to keep all or part of the security deposit, they must either get the tenant's agreement in writing or apply for dispute resolution at the residential tenancies office. Any tenant who has moved out of the rental unit and provided a forwarding address to their landlord but did not get their security deposit back within 15 days should file an application for dispute resolution. To find the form, go back to the Forms for Landlords and Tenants page and scroll down and click on the Application for Landlords and Tenants Dispute Resolution link. Click the Download button. For detailed guidance on completing an application for landlord or tenant dispute resolution, please go back to the Landlord Responsibilities page, then click Dispute Resolution at the Residential Tenancies Office link. As you scroll down, you will find a video titled How to Fill Out an Application for Dispute Resolution, which will provide further information. The tenant would need to file the dispute within 1 year from the last day of tenancy. The application should include key information, including proof of tenancy and proof that a forwarding address was provided to the landlord. Thank you for joining us. We hope you found this information on security deposits and the condition inspection reports helpful. We truly appreciate your time.